Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, meus queridos. Voltamos aqui de Starfield. Estamos com 1 dia, 4 horas e 47 minutos de gameplay. No level 22. Deixa eu ver como é que tá isso aqui. Temos 0 pontos nas nossas habilidades. Agora tem que subir. Destravado, porque ele puxa a espada, não sei da onde. Nós nem estamos usando espadas. Vou usar a pistolinha. O que é aquele número? Mais 999. Acho que é munição. Primeira pessoa. Tem gente aqui, malandro.
Look out!
Cai aqui, porra. Caramba. Dois, cara. Porra, fodeu.
You are not chosen!
Tá morto. Outro vagabundo. Oxi. Fratura, são fraturas. Ajuda. Ajudas. Vamos pegar. Aqui. O que dá mais? Temos 12 desse coração aqui, vamos... Na hora que eu ver que o pau vai torar, nós... Tem que subir. Vai aparecer mais gente. Como é que eu subo? Preciso para cima. Salvar, né? Vamos salvar o quê? Terra aqui. Porque sabe como é que é, né? Vida. Para minha vida. Machado de fio. Salvar de novo. Salva. É um conselho. Você não quer ficar louco, vai fazer. Ah, vai cagar. Filha da... Sempre tem a bateria. Árvore. 2. Morreu. Nice. verde. O cara virar um Hulk aqui pra espancar esses caras. Mandei por aqui. Deve ter coisa aqui. Não tem nada. Apareceu. Ah, eu sabia. Dois ainda.
Strained my patience. You will fail.
O cara não morre, velho. Morre. Vai se fuder. O que eu tenho em mim? Se foda, um. De quem quer os carinha? Eis a questão: quem é o bom e quem quer o ruim? Salvar. Salve para não ter dor de barriga.
You understand now why I asked you to come here? The artifacts unlock the secret of interstellar travel at the cost of Earth.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems? Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway. War, disease, famine, all the classics.
Don't you see? The power of the artifacts forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? And what gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the artifacts for themselves.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. That's why we watch over them. The only thing you're watching out for is yourself.
Verdade.
Join me, old friend. We can collect the final pieces together.
Oh, no you don't. You're not her old friend, remember? You're from another universe. Don't try to manipulate her. Okay. I couldn't win you over on philosophy. How about pragmatism? I'm more powerful than the emissary. Than any other starborn.
Tô bem.
And you might not understand why, but I want you to succeed. You've never gotten this far before. I need to see what happens to you.
Vamos entrar na porrada.
Thank you.
Well, can't say I didn't try. We'll settle this at the usual place.
The buried temple. We'll be there.
You're lucky I'm a man of my word. I'll see you there.
Stay for a moment. You must have questions about what happens next. There's always a final artifact in a specific temple. The hunter and I agreed that whoever you sided with, the other would wait there. Expect anything and everything. Other starborn, human mercenaries and defenses, alien creatures under mind control. It's all fair game. He and I made a number of agreements over the years, if you can even call them years at this point. We let him go. In exchange, he'll wait at the buried temple. You'll be able to prepare any way you can before then. There is a temple for every artifact. You should find as many as you can. You'll need their power. I'll meet you in orbit above the buried temple. We'll face what's there together.
Beleza. A nave dentro. A nave é chique. Cadê minha nave? Vamos pra naves. Pra naves.
I'll head to my crew position.
Beleza. Unir os poderes de Grace, que eu vou sem poderes. Vamos ver qual é o nível de dificuldade. Já apanhamos. Apanhamos. Vamos mostrar no mapa. Puta que pariu.
Pilot, this is Jiro Sugiyama,
I have
head of
something I
Paradiso
need to
Security.
discuss with you.
I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over now.
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge.
When
Dr.
you have a
Costa,
moment,
you may return
I'd like
to your
to speak
quarters
to
if you wish.
Uma nave da
Thank you,
Terra.
Captain.
Chique.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He
Never
fully
seen a
believed
ship like
Earth
yours
was
before.
destined to be rendered
Well, then again, I
uninhabitable.
haven't seen any ships
We've always
before you
assumed
arrived.
that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change
So, here we are. Let's talk.
I have to say, with technology this outdated,
We didn't believe anyone would be out
this
here,
is something
but
I'd
I'm
like to
glad for it.
discuss.
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me, let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. Thank you, and Godspeed.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Então vamos pegar qual que é o perk bandido. Tem esse, tem 5 curtos.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on out.
I wonder what else is out there.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task. Just stay out of trouble.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Better think about what you're taking. There's something I need to talk to you about.
posso, vamos pegar o derrubar cofre. Qual que é o de hackear? Fiz combate, ciência. Técnico. Você pode ter aqui por nível 2. Deu 3.
Just stay out of trouble.
Salvar, né? Vamos salvar. Você está sem balas. Um furto.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Eu tô desarmando tudo, mano.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see what it can do.
Don't be stupid! Stop! Now!
You violated our security directives. Stand down immediately.
Carregar. Sabia que ia fazer merda.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Wow, I've heard about you, but here you are.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on
I was the
out.
stubborn one in this relationship. I know you feel obligated to volunteer, but I wish you would reconsider. After all, we're
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
What a day! I'm looking forward to some time alone with my hubby.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Wow. Hi.
Os caras saíram em 2006, os computadores são isso aqui. Disquete, parabéns. Esse aqui é um jogo pra ser jogado depois que tudo acabar mesmo, né? Tipo,
Just stay out of trouble.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there. I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure.
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
Hey.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Também vamos salvar aqui.
I like to think of myself as your emotional support human.
Paradiso.
Hello, and welcome back. Mr. Tofik, I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination. This is your first time here. This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination.
Que eu tinha que... Tô vendendo. Vou comprar. Tem um bagulho pra melhorar minha nave aqui, aquele cara.
We try to stay out of the guests' way, but we're no major incidents in a while. Let's hope it stays that way.
Porque não tem peças de nada.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Something I can help you with? Ah, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Primeira space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All formal decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Cela da cadeia. Lugar que nós conhecemos muito bem.
I'm fairly new here, so sorry in advance if I screw something up.
Paradiso Security's only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
Hello.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place. So I had to see for myself.
Holler at me if you need some help. Well, feel free to look around.
Tá bom.
And before you...
Tá bom, tá bom.
Looking for...
Ela vende armas? O quê? Uma katana? Eu tô vendo, eu tô comprando isso aqui. Essa faca. Gostei. Se tiver de ajuda me vendo, porque eu vou apanhar pra caramba. Tudo bem.
Have fun out there.
Quero ver como é que eu vou achar esse planeta depois. O quê? Tem coisa pra vender?
Between you, during the day I'm all business, but when work's done, I like to enjoy the resort like everyone else. Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of
Make some time for you.
not our
Keep it
amenities.
quick, yes? I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! Ah, we're being direct then. Good on ya. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
Maria.
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. And that's within your right. But as the CEO of Paradiso Group, I'm the one who has to make and approve decisions around here, not you. So, as much as I appreciate your feedback, it's not in the best interest of the Paradiso Group to take it into account. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
Why not?
And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain?
Depois eles continuarem a insistir que o direito deles antecede ao seu.
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increased population. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal. Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facility...
Peraí. Tem como sair? Cancela, cancela.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Leon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Alarm's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Leon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a little ground. Maybe a little beachfront in a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs. That sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into it.
Please, let the concierge know if you need anything.
Tá bem. Nossa, onde que
Don't
tá?
worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Facão no ar aqui. É isso aí.
Some of our guests think everything.
Cara chato, tá falando comigo ainda.
I've seen people walk away with towels, silverware, you name it.
Beleza, meus queridos, ficamos por aqui nesse episódio. Voltamos com o desfecho dessa coisa maluca, a nave da Terra e etc. Até mais e tchau, tchau.